Welcome back. Now, a 21-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of trespass after he was seen climbing the Shard building in central London. Police officers were called to the skyscraper at around 5:30 this morning. A number of cordons were put in place while emergency services responded to the incident. Two other men were arrested on suspicion of causing public nuisance. Well, we can speak now to Paul Curphey, who was staying on the 40th floor of the Shard and saw the man waving as he climbed past their window. Good to see you, Paul. So you were staying in the hotel at the top of the Shard. Tell me what happened this morning.
We basically heard some shouting about about 6 o'clock in the morning. So we looked out the window to see Adam basically walk up past our window. He stopped, he waved. We were celebrating my partner's 40th birthday, so it's a bit of a shock, but at the same time, he seemed happy, he seemed confident, and the message we saw was basically "Speak out, save lives," which was on his T-shirt. So, obviously, proud of him to do what he's actually done. I don't condone anyone walking up a building, but at the same time, sometimes the message has to get out there somehow.
So were you asleep and he knocked on the window and you opened the curtains, or were you awake with the curtains open?
Not far. Our curtains were open. My partner was half naked, but at the same time, we just literally heard some voices from downstairs. So I think there's police, there's fire brigade, there's all sorts at the bottom of the actual building, which woke us because we always wake up early anyway. And then we saw Adam walk past our window. He stopped. He seemed quite happy, seemed really confident, waved at us, and then carried on up the building. So it was a bit of a strange weekend.
You've all got sort of visions going through our minds at the moment, Paul. So you encouraged him to keep going to the top, did you?
No, I didn't encourage him at all. But if somebody's got up to the 40th floor, then there's not far to go to the top. So I wouldn't condone anyone climbing a building, but he seemed confident, he seemed happy, he seemed relaxed, and I don't know really what to say. It was just the experience that I won't forget ever. So.
Yeah, and I think I read somewhere that your partner thought you might have arranged this for her birthday.
Well, I've done all the stops for her birthday in the Shard, so I did the balloons and the petals and all sorts of things, the bathtub in the window. Luckily, she wasn't in the bathtub at the time, so I think she thought I'd actually sent the Cadbury's milk tray guy up to climb the actual Shard to knock on the window and give her a milk tray, but maybe that didn't happen. So.
You thought it was a milk tray?
If he had a box of milk tray, then I think she'd be quite impressed for her 40th birthday. That's pretty out there. Yeah,
fantastic. And were you scared for him? I don't know about you, but I
no, not at all. He looked relaxed. He looked really confident. To do something like that, you have to be in the right frame of mind, and you have to be confident to be able to do that. You wouldn't even think of doing that if you weren't in the right frame of mind. So.
Yeah, and it was a birthday treat. Did you enjoy the rest of your day without any interruptions?
Yeah, we're out celebrating tonight. It's a birthday tonight, so we'll be celebrating for the rest of the night. So it was definitely a different weekend.
Yeah, and I know you don't condone this sort of stuff, but scaling a 1,000-foot building barefoot is pretty impressive, isn't it?
I've done Ironman triathlons before. Hats off. I'm scared of heights anyway, so even looking out the actual window was bad enough. So to do what he's done, I couldn't even think of even getting to the first floor. So, hats off.
You and me both. Well, what a weekend, and you've got a great story to tell. Paul Curphey, thank you very much indeed for telling us what happened.
No, cheers.